All right. I'm live. Just gonna push the volume here. Lower the volume on Spotify. We can have a nice background. Hopefully that's balanced with my voice. Sure if anyone is in the room, but I'm gonna make some music. I'm gonna work on a track I'm working on. I just started this morning. I know this is not the best time of the day for live streaming, but who cares? Someone is watching, just say hi. I'm gonna read the chat. So pause Spotify and let's start working on this loop. Here's what I have so far. This is a loop I put together quite quickly. By working and by testing some samples that I had in my library, some new stuff I downloaded. Lately I've been downloading a lot of samples of, let's say, different genres from house music, which I think, hey like, how's it going? I like actually I have in my since you're the only one here apparently, I have in my to-do list to send you the email with all the info that I promised you. I'm gonna do it this week because last week I was on vacation. Good to see you here, by the way. So yeah, let's see what we have here. It's a very simple loop. I have 3 loops here on the HUDs. Actually there are 2 because one is muted. This is one. It's a loop that I cut to a very short piece. It's kind of a noisy hi-hat loop, but um, it's creating a nice background. And this is the other one. It's just a hi-hat that I cut from another loop. So pretty simple stuff. I think the more interesting one is this one here. Of course, you can hear from the sound that it has Tantra on it. I love Tantra, but it's also very recognizable. My fears and time is that a lot of people using it, and all the loops treated with Tantra sounds a little bit the same. But anyway, this is the loop without anything. And on this, I added a bunch of effects. Let's see them one by one. I have this saturation plugin. It's just making the sound slightly dirtier. Not sure. It's a mandatory plugin to have, but I wanted to try it out. Then I have Fracture. So this is adding some glitches and artifacts. It's a free plugin, if I'm not wrong, by Glitch Machines. Then I have Replica, which is the delay by Native Instrument. So that's a bit of this feedback replayed sounds. And then, as I mentioned, Tantra, who's doing the hard duty job, heavy duty job. But I like because on the snare, it kind of gives an accent to the loop, which you don't hear a lot without it. I mean, you have the snare, but it's sounding different and in a different position. And then I used standard clip just because there are some high peaks in this loop, and I wanted to make sure they don't, hit the limiter on the master, and also they don't build up too much peak volume overall. So this is it. It's a very simple one. What else? Yeah, then apart from that, snare that I have here, again cut from a loop, and the kick. So the kick is from a pack by Voy. It's on Sample Market. Voy is a alias by Ayo Mullen, for what I know. This is the kick, but the kick originally didn't have a lot of attack, or something like that. So I added a little bit of a click to make it a bit more powerful. This is how everything sounds. I have a ambient noise here that I also put to dirten up the whole thing. So yeah, let's move on. From now on, it's unknown, and I think I'll get into experimenting with some new plugins that I downloaded and that I haven't tried yet. So I'm gonna go on plugins, see what we have here. So, well, first I would say I have I have bought Diva a long time ago, and the only occasions I used it is with some of my students on private sessions, because they used it in their projects, but I haven't done it on my own projects, I think. And also one of my students, Manu, he passed me some folders with some presets that I'd like to test a little bit, see what's inside. So let's have a look. That's a good occasion to dive deeper into Diva's presets. That's a quite powerful bass line. something like that. Hey, happy holidays, Kill Records official. Happy holidays, man. Thanks for joining. Um, if you guys want to type in your name and where you're from, so that I can chat a little bit with you, that would be cool. Fede Coop is my friend. He's coming over for lunch, so he just joined because I told him don't come too early because I'm doing a live session. All right, so this is pretty cool. I just had this very simple loop that bumped in my mind that I could try to write down, make it sound better. Let's see. That's an option. That's an option. First baseline, we did it. I can make another one. With basslines, it's always about trying different options and tweaking them again and again until you have something good. Hey, Marianne. Hey, good to see you, man. Yeah, it's been a while actually on YouTube. I'm very active on my minimal improvements platform, but YouTube I've been kind of way less consistent lately. But the plan for 2026, and I say quietly because when you say something then you don't do it, it's not good. But I like to be here a bit more often, and these live streamings are very easy to do, and they allow me to be creative, chat with the people, with you guys, and without edit the video and think about it and creating heavy tutorials. And so this is an option for 2026, hopefully. Okay, let's create another one. When I played it, yeah, I wanted to do something slightly different, so let's try it again. Yeah, it's not that easy to play while doing live streamings because of the, sending back the audio to OBS creates a latency. So playing live, it's nearly impossible. But yeah, it's just to write down the idea. Now I'm gonna fix that. So I think first of all, I'd like to place the notes in the right place. Okay, that could be the loop. I think I'm gonna go here. maybe I'm gonna keep these notes a little bit longer. Now. It's like the other one. I think this is a little bit less intense, I would say. Because this one, I don't know, it's a different vibe, okay? So there are two two bass lines that set a different vibe and a different direction for the track. So I'll surely keep them both and evaluate later, and then all the ideas that I don't use, they always go in the sample packs I share on minimal improvement, so it's not wasted time. What else? I could try something completely different and maybe move the MIDI to another sound, so that I try also different sounds. So I don't want to record that. So now I started with in D, which is a kind of a scale that sometimes is good, sometimes is bad, because see, I'm playing this very high note, but if I play this one, it's much lower, and sometimes it can get lost in the mix if you don't have the right system to play it. But the cool thing is that this sound I chose has nice harmonics here, so it stays quite audible in the mix. So yeah, let's keep it to D for now. Another way that I used to create bassline is simply by putting the notes down without thinking too much. Of course, paying attention that the notes I play are in the scale. Paying attention that I play the root note, which is the most important of the scale. But then I move around and see how they play together with the groove, and that's also why I like to have kind of a complete groove. At least for the part that moves, for the rhythmic movement in the background, because that allows me to find bass lines that are working with that groove. Because when the groove, the drums are too simple, for example, just kick, clap, and hi-hat, you don't have a movement, and you tend to overdo the bass line just because you want to create that movement with the bass, which is not ideal. Another option is to use higher note. To create a groovy balance between the lower notes and the higher notes. And this preset is cool because the short notes has this resonance that is pretty pushed, and so it sounds nice. Also, there's some sort of LFO going on, so it's not always sounding the same. Okay, we have three ideas. I'm gonna duplicate this and try to see how they sound with a different Diva preset, which is sometimes the way a sound combines with the notes, the notes that you play gives you a different, completely different result. Yeah, that's a bit too particular. I was super lucky to hit this sound since the beginning because it was totally random, but it sounded good. The other ones are not so. It's gonna sound like acoustic bass because I wouldn't want to have all this delay or reverb in the. Yeah, it's a reverb, but this is also a super good sound, and I can tell you, by the feeling I have. But if I also have a look at the harmonics here, they are, we have a lot of harmonics, and this is making the sound very audible, and I think there's a sort of funkiness in, having those harmonics, even if you don't have a super strong sub. You have those harmonics. They make they are very rhythmical, and they still work very well. You could even think. And I could say, okay, this I'm gonna use, and here where I have this empty space, I'm gonna put something else. Let's see what. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense because the sounds are very similar, but that's for sure an option. Yeah, who's calling? Yeah, the velocity is not affecting a lot the sound. Okay, not something that absolutely needed, but still something that's working. So we have few ideas here. For example, this second sound doesn't work a lot on this type of pattern because it's sounding much better on the lower octave. So that's also cool. Okay, so we have a few ideas now. I want to move to add some synths. Actually, put the bass line inside the synths group. I'm gonna move them here. So there we go. Now I'm gonna add the MIDI track, and yeah, there's a ton of good sounds in Diva, but let's try a different plugin. I think I have something else that I recently downloaded. Cable guy, no. There's a bunch of Excite audios here, but those are not like instruments. They are more samplers. I want to go with some instruments. There's some good stuff on. Oh, this is a free plugin that I not recently, but I downloaded a little bit of time ago, and it's emulating Orbit. So let's see what we have here. I'm gonna make a synth. So I need a pad or something like that. These are all bass lines. Okay, let's go on a pad here. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, it's already a car. It doesn't seem a D minor. Yeah, this is pretty cool. That's nice. You see, there are not many controls. I guess this is a sample-based plugin. Actually, it's surely a sample-based plugin, and it's just a sample player and few controls. Attack, release, maybe some modulation. Seems like a delay, not a delay, but a tremolo effect and some reverb. So you have to work with what you have. Let me check, because the thing when you are playing with very low notes is that it's kind of difficult to understand what notes they are playing. Okay, now I get it. To me, it doesn't fit. So I'm gonna first make sure that the bass line is actually played the notes that I play. So I'll stick a tuner. Yeah, it's very detuned. So let's fix this diva thing. If I can find the tuning, because as I mentioned, I'm not very much into diva. Yeah, here we have a detuning, but it's on point. I mean, probably there's something going on that makes the sound going nuts. But yeah, now it fits. Let's see. See, now it's on point, but with the detuning position on the 0, it wasn't tuned. So, hey Jude, buon Natale. But yeah, still this Orbit doesn't sound. No, that's okay. Now I can hear it. Okay, so we can try, I could either record the full sample, or I could try. I could try to work on this sound and see what I can do. I could even, yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna duplicate this so that I can keep the plugin, but I'm also gonna freeze bounce track in place. I'm gonna save before, because sometimes, you know, it happened to me that it frozen. If it froze doing that. So this is 2025 12 29 live session 1. Let's go. So let's bounce track in place. There we go. So now we have a sample, and now we can put this sample in a simpler so that we can have a little bit more control on this sound. We can play it 1 octave lower. I prefer to move to sampler so they can set a loop. Okay, and I can play it as I want. So you have to set the crossfade not to hear these clicks, and maybe lower the attack time, you know, make it. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, also the octave higher sounds very nice to me. But for now, let's keep it. Just gonna make this loop. I'm gonna make this loop longer. Let's now see what we can do. Like the, you know, the every 2 measures, it kind of go back and restart the sample. That can be a nice idea. Let's check it again. This one. It's also good 1 octave higher. I think I'm gonna try playing that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, one cool thing that you can do, if you go on modulation, you can assign this to pitch, and I've done that sometimes, and it creates a slight pitch bending, you know, going down. You need to push this value up, which decide the amount of the modulation. See? We can. Maybe I make it slow but less intense. Okay. Okay, let's keep going with these settings. Maybe I'm gonna move A little bit further, the starting point. Make this longer. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, one thing that also would be cool on this sound, again, kind of imagined in my mind, to have a sort of tremolo, which now on Ableton 12 is a thing, compared to before they had to do with the Autopan. Now it's included, already prepared. So the point is maybe starting that. I'm gonna set the rate to synth. So that it goes up, maybe even faster. Something like that. Let's see the shape here. I'm gonna do like sort of sine wave. So slight modulation like that. So I'm gonna try to do it inside here. So wait. It starts from 0 and it goes up. So maybe just goes very much more intense on the final part. Yeah, that's an idea. Okay, so this is a pad. What else? Let's give it an EQ a little bit. Yeah, that's a start for the track. Of course, the plan is to make it much more interesting. So I'm not gonna stop here with the track and with the idea creation, but I'm gonna stop here with the live streaming. This was a very short one, I know, but now I have an appointment, but I'm gonna do it maybe later this afternoon or tomorrow. I'll do another one just to keep myself active and finish this track, keep going with the idea. And of course, if you guys want to join me again and maybe suggest, some ideas for the track, that would be great. I'll see you later. Ciao. Thanks for being here.